Hey there, everybody. It's Leticia, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit about how I managed to survive being homeless in this day and age, 2021. I recently used my credit score. I know that there's like a lot of different things that I discuss to people. They always ask me, how do you manage? How is this, how'd you manage to lose the weight? And it's really about self-discipline and also about knowing the ins and outs of low-income lifestyles. To people, I get food stamps, but I had worked prior, so I get a little bit more than most people. And, there are a lot of jealousies behind that where people are like, you need to get a job, you need to do this and that. Well, no, I don't. I'm under a lot of stress. I suffer from severe post-traumatic stress and borderline personality disorder, which means that I literally want to kill myself every goddamn day. So here I am chilling in my 2014 RAV4, fully loaded, and it's nice, and I'm making payments on it. Before, when I first became homeless about 7 months ago or so, I was so scared. I was so frightened. I mean, I'm a woman, and I'm starting to look prettier here and there through exercise. I do believe in trying to better the world around me through just the little things that I do. I offer kind words. I pick up things here and there, trash, litter I see on the ground that other people might not have the time to do, right? We all have the same amount of time. We're given the same amount of time within our lifespan. If we're wasting it, then we've wasted it. So a whole lot of things that I would like to discuss, and people have asked me, you should do a podcast. But I haven't really even thought about it. So I've always had these really good entrepreneurial skills. So I used to, like when I was 12 years old, I started a website when the internet first came out, right? And I started a website for rabbits, and I was selling them locally to the pet stores there in Beloit, Wisconsin. More solace in my pets, and I had toy poodles that I was raising, and that was really lucrative for a while. And I lost everything, and I realized that's not what the universe wants for me. I don't need to seek out money. Money will come to me freely. It does. And people will always tend to care for me because of the fact that I'm Leticia. So how important I am, I need to keep shining all the time, and that. So I had to go through my hoops of trying to seek out the proper medication, and I've refused to take any pharmaceuticals whatsoever. Anything that is man-made like that, even some of this, when they harvest it and everything, they spritz whatever they need to. All that is really detrimental, not only to the psyche, but to the body. Here I am saving money, doing my little side gig, which I don't know if I really want to tell everybody just yet, but I'm doing well. And I keep having to interact with them in certain aspects because they are my family. And like when I went to jail, my mother was so hesitant about taking me in, and she was belittling me and telling me that I wasn't worth it, that her sons do so much better, and I'm just a troublesome child, and I shouldn't talk about the sexual abuse, and that's taboo, that nobody wants to hear about that. Mother, you allowed my daddy to touch me. You saw him doing it. Mommy, you should have stopped it, but you didn't. Instead, you waited till I was 18 years old, and then you divorced him. How do you think that makes me feel? So I started cleansing. I realized I was a healer. I realized I have all these different aspects of me. Like I healed myself. I dance so fluidly. I'm actually extremely talented. I didn't realize I can do art. I can create creative things. I did crafts, bows for a while, little girls' hair bows. And I wanted to delve into like making collar bows for dog collars before it even became a huge thing. So I even started up a business, and I named it Poodle Princess because I was known in this area for selling toy poodles and having the sweetest poodles at a low cost to the community. So I was doing a service. I've always tried in my life to give back in some way. And if I know my bits and pieces of my story are very relevant for people, and I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna talk the way I do, I'm gonna be intellectual when I need to be, but I'm also gonna be kind of thuggish because of personalities. All right, I don't have different personalities. This is all Leticia, but I do absorb other people's energy and I reflect it back on them. So like, there are some individuals out there that my words have tortured them to this very day. And I don't mean for some of that, but then in other instances, I truly mean it. And I want them to perish, like they tried to make me perish. Isn't that right, BKC? Isn't that right? But the people here are so ignorant. And intelligence is just at a certain level. And I know that I am at a certain level also. I knew, yes, I was a klepto. Yes, I stole from stores that didn't have cameras. Yes, it's been well over 2 years and I know the statutes on the laws and I can enter these stores now without feeling like I'm going to get in trouble. Because I know what I had done in the past and I know that I've given back to the community that I stole from in many other ways. So I knew change your lifestyle, how you can remove all this toxicity and become a clear version of yourself. I had to remove myself entirely to the point of living in my vehicle. And I live off of the government here and there. Government's here to not only hurt us, but to help us. Okay, I get it. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about this and that. A lot of them true. So a lot of the times we were injected with things like this flu vaccine that was recalled. Common sense, I thought. There is no such thing as common sense, especially in the state of Arkansas. I realize that. No such thing. They don't know how to brush their teeth. They don't know how to floss. I don't get it. I do not understand it. If you want your teeth, if you want to keep your body safe, if this is your temple, I believe in God, and God tells me to do this. Okay, no, he probably did not. That's probably just you and your psychosis because you're all hyped up on Mountain Dew, all right? And your kids are too, with their little cookies and snacks, and I really like McDonald's. So, but yeah, it's just, and I don't mean to be demeaning like that, but it's just how it is. So when I came down here and I was disrespected for being a northerner, oh, you from the north? Yes, I am, and I'm much smarter than you, so please stop. And then they would grab me. They would physically assault me down here. The officers have grabbed and snatched and forced me to the ground without having a proper conversation because they thought I was a threat. Yeah, intellectually I'm a threat because I'm going to write about this, and I'm going to write about each individual person who's done this, and each not okay. This is the South. I realize that they're behind like 50 years most of the time, and you grab and you shove me in these psych wards and everything, giving me shots on shots on shots. Shots on shots on shots. I didn't need that. What I needed was some compassion. What I needed was someone to actually listen. I finally found a therapist, a psychologist with a doctorate that is knowledgeable enough to understand what I've gone through, what I've lived through, and what I still see and perceive, not in this dimension, but others. All right? So when I found this psychologist, 80 years old, amazing man, knowledgeable, learned, cultured on and worldly on learned on religions and stuff. So he's been, my kid is, why the paperwork, are they able to take a child from a woman over a man's words because a man abused her to the point where she had to keep silent. And then when she tries to speak up years later to recant her statements, you can't recant them in the state of Arkansas because we know what we're doing because we know, and that's just how the laws go. Probably not. And your God is going to come back tenfold on you, just so you know. Because I pray for that every goddamn day. Hypocrite. By the way, when I was telling you about my daughter when she was pulled away from me, and I'm sorry I get off on my little tangents and go here and there, because I do that, she called me fat. She came up to me, not even 4 years old. She said, "Mommy, you're fat." Since that I sought out in order to provide for my child, I was the one that tended to her with my low-income benefits. and my skills on couponing and, breastfeeding, all this stuff, no one deserves to be near that child more than me. Because I loved her and I taught her things that you could never teach her. Como hablando en español. Si entiendo más que ustedes, entonces podía ayudarla a entender o transmitir. But here, some people think that they're so much better than everyone else. You think you're so much better than everybody else. And Leticia thinks she's better than everyone else. You're going to get yours, whether good or bad. So anyway, that's my little bit here. And I just wanted to share a little bit about my day. I've got a lot to talk about. I'm probably going to be traveling to Texas again during day. And it is May 16th, 2021. First, when I first was homeless, I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do for food? What am I going to do for this and that? I'm a cute girl, and I realize that now. And I'm not going to go without, because there's always going to be some filthy pervert that wants to offer me lunch. Or some, demented such and such that wants to offer me a bed here and there. Do I ever take up their offers? Not generally. But every once in a while, if I am hungry or whatever, I'll take up a free meal. Why not? Yeah, if you want to just talk to me, sure. And that's where everybody's like, oh, she's got multiple personalities. No, I just know when to hide certain things from certain people so I can get by with certain things. Yeah, and so that is kind of manipulative. But you kind of have to... I'd rather sleep on my air mattress in my car than deal with any of your penises. Okay? Penis heads. Yeah, exactly. Get your dicks out of each other's asses. And then, it's so much. I have so much to talk about because you have no idea how putrid the world is around us and the interactions I've had, like the officer that had me do fellatio on him one day. That's not okay. And we're going to hide that. No, you're not going to hide that because I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to tattle on you. Everybody knows, Leticia, she's a little stool pigeon, and I will be. I don't give a fuck. Tell God everything. Tell everybody everything. I don't care. I don't really care. So, but I do care. Everything that's terrible for you, because I'm like, ooh, that shows you, a side of the darkness, the dark side. And it's cool. Like being like that. That's why Batman is my favorite superhero, because he sneaks in and out in the darkness of night, and he's able to save people, and that's what I want to do. Everybody thinks, oh, Leticia's always attention seeking. I'm attention seeking my child's attention. Yeah. And also, BKC, you're not worth it physically. So, and just, yeah, that's for everyone to know. That when you first started living with me and you took a shower and you said, did I get all the poop from my butt or whatever? Like, did I wash my butt good? And you turned around and I said, I don't know, spread your cheeks. And there was a piece of corn in there. There's a piece of corn sitting next to your asshole. That's hilarious to me. That's this mommy that took care of her. And, cuddled her and just held her all the time. And I didn't even give her kisses because I was worried that any bacteria would get on her. So I am a really great mom. And everything is just a blessing. Everything is a blessing. Everything around me is a blessing. This cold-ass oatmeal now that's been chilling is a blessing. I love it. I'm going to eat it. Oh. Like those people, they get paid, just sit and eat. No. I know, I'm so silly. But if you invite me to your neck of the woods, I might go. Doing what I'm doing. I've been to Arkansas areas, Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. So I can't wait till I go all over the coast, because honestly, I've never seen the ocean. My life's going to turn out in a good way, because I try so hard. Like, I donate blood, I do different things here and there to give back, because I know that my life is not my own. My life is here for a purpose, and that's to spread joy. My name through truthfulness, brutal honesty, and people hate me, but then find joy inevitably through my words, then that's just what I want. I want them to realize that there's research out there and they need to grow up and they need therapy. So, not in my mind. So whenever somebody's like, oh, you're disrespecting, no, you're disrespecting me for telling me that my disorders make me less than you. You didn't seek therapy. You don't have those labels. That makes you less than, because you don't know your disorders. It's mental awareness, not mental illness. And I really flows to me. Like, I got all this stuff in my car, and it's all packed and organized nicely, and everything has a spot. I'm very organized. But then I make sure that when I'm traveling, that it's all disheveled, so that nobody knows that, like, I have any money whatsoever. I like that, because that's also a key in what I'm going to tell people about living in being homeless and a girl, because everybody's like, whoa, how can you manage? And oh, be safe. Be safe. Excuse me? I know that when I go to certain areas, wipe the makeup off, throw your hair up in a messy bun, and wear baggy clothes, and don't make it look like you have any physique whatsoever. Because that's exactly how I go about it, because I'm like, I already know. I'm not going to get snatched up at this point and that point, and if they did, they have no idea how much weight I can lift now, and I go knock their ass out and claw them. Like, these daggers, I can't believe they're freakishly long right now. Anyway, but what else? Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much. And please stop jacking off to my image. Please. If you don't have me personally, don't jack off to other women like that. That's disrespectful. And you'll get yours for it, just so you know. Just like my brother, by the way, who is still sick in the head. And I'm so sorry. And my father, of course, yeah, they're still sick in the brain. Sorry about that. Not really. It's your own fault. You didn't change yourself. So, whatevs. Love ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm trying so hard to figure this. This is a new laptop, so I'm like, so anyway. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Bye-bye.